Today, you're going to learn how to take your credit report and use it to write your dispute letter. This is what we've been going over since July 2015 when I posted my first video. This is the dispute planning pyramid. And if you want to check out that video, it's the main one on the homepage. We're going to go one by one and write a dispute reason for this specific account. First, understand every account and dispute reason is the same. Every dispute letter has a structure: name, recipient, your why paragraph, your accounts and reasons, and your one-line closing. For your dispute reason, follow the AJERO formula: action, justifier, element, reason, and outcome. Here's just a very quick example. Delete this charge off for inaccuracy because the date of last payment reports as these facts. We take these facts from the credit report. So let's jump right into this credit report. We're going top to bottom, and we've already written our dispute letter over here, but I'm going to explain exactly why I wrote it. At the top, we have personal information, the date, bureau, name, and address. This is our why paragraph. I received a copy of my credit report via My Free Score Now, noticed inaccuracies and a few violations. I would like you to investigate and send a new credit report reflecting these changes. And so now's the most important part, which is going to be the actual accounts. Because if you remember, when we go back over here to the structure, we have to have, after the why paragraph, our accounts and our reasons. Let's go one by one. Here is our first account. I see quite a few things, but specifically the continued reporting in the payment history showing charged off from April 23 all the way till April 24. This account was actually closed February 24th. We have two major things here that we're disputing, but you can also see that there is zero date last paid, which is a huge problem. My dispute reasons is very simple. We're going to take a look at that dispute letter. Capital 1, number 517805, delete for inaccuracy. Continued reporting after this account was charged off. Reports continued activity between April 23 and January 24. This account reports that the account was closed in February 23 on TransUnion, May 23 on Experian, and February 24 on Equifax. This is impossible and requires deletion. Next is Navy Federal. Delete this account for failure to report the date last paid. I paid on time December 22, reported as 60 days late, even though November reports. Right here, you see November reporting as on time, December reporting as 60 days late. You can't have on time and then 60 days late. Additionally, as I mentioned, there's no date last paid. Furthermore, there's actually continued reporting of charge off. As you can see, this is very simple. We're just finding the best dispute reason. The next one is possible financial. Delete this account for violation. This account is closed and continues to report a monthly payment of $342. How can this account be closed? It's charged off, right? Verify here, closed, but payment amount $342 with continued reporting between May 22 through December 23. That is impossible. The next one is OPP loans, FinWise. Remove this account for violation. The high balance of this account reports $3,000, and yet the balance of the account is $4,388, which is impossible. The high balance is lower than the current balance. If we check out the actual balance of the account, it says $4,388. Another issue is there is zero date last paid and continued reporting in the payment history. We need the best dispute reason, and these are the ones identified. We have a violation, and that's going to be the high balance being less than the current balance. And you have to remember, the high balance is the highest the balance ever was on the account. It is impossible to be less than the balance owed. Bridgecrest. We only have a late payment. We're going to remove all the late payments because I paid on time August 2020. If one is inaccurate, they all have to be inaccurate. The late payments must be removed for inaccuracy. We have another Bridgecrest account. Delete for inaccuracy. This account reports I was late July 2022, which is incorrect. No date last paid is reported, which is required. Let's check that account. Scroll down until we find that next account. There are some good accounts, but the score is being pulled down by this quantity of negative items. We have quite a bit of data, but specifically these late payments. There's no way to correct all these late payments. We can actually say that we weren't late on July of 2022. We can dispute the fact that the date of last payment is missing. I chose to go with using one late payment to remove all of the late payments. Let's go to Capital One. With Capital One, Remove this account for inaccuracy. No date last paid is reported. And let's go to Capital One. Remove this account for inaccuracy. No date last paid reports. And I was not late December 2021. This account is in violation for failure to enter the notice to dispute within 30 days from the date you received my first dispute. This account was previously disputed. Zero notice of dispute. No creditor remarks. We're going to use that first date of delinquency. If you look at the payment history for 7 years, you would see more late payments prior to these 24 months. Well, Jefferson, this is a collection. Remove this unverified account. I have no idea what this is. Below that, we have NCB, remove for inability to verify. One more account, Fingerhut, reported in 3 places. Use the same dispute reason. Delete for non-compliance, false information, failure to report the date last paid. I was not late, May 2020. There's 0 date last paid. Choose the first late payment, March 2020. This is as simple as it could possibly be. Again, all we're doing is taking the information and plugging it into our dispute reason formula. Action like delete, update, remove, the justifier, because, the element that we're disputing, which is like the balance, the date last paid, etc. The reason, because I wasn't late. Include facts like reports 1/2020 on Experian, 5/2021 on Equifax, and 8/19 on TransUnion. That, my friend, is it. Take the information from the credit report, plug it into that structure, and you are going to have the perfect dispute reason every time. If you want to learn more, I have 1,800 free videos on my channel. Learn all about it, or head to the link on your screen and down in the description, as well as the first comment. It is going to be sendme2.co/funnel, and you're going to be able to check out that dispute funnel step by step to teach you strategies. If you want to schedule a free consultation for a credit sweep, head over to my740.com and I will see if I can help. See you next time.